Welcome to the Lockdown Economy, a series of interviews by the think tank AlterContacts, where the real entrepreneurs share their insights. My name is Yulia Skupchenko, and today my guest is Nils Schmeling, the founder of NECXT. Hello, Nils, how are you?
Hello, Julia. Thanks for having me here. I'm fine. Yes. How are you?
Excellent. Happy to hear you. And tell me, where are you based?
I am based in the Netherlands with the basis of my team. We're a boutique consultancy here, and we have some people in Shanghai, we have people in Zurich, but the other people are here in the Netherlands, and I'm talking to you from The Hague, sunny The Hague at this moment.
Oh, it's a wonderful little town. I remember it fondly. So tell me, what is NECXT, or what do you do, and how long ago have you come to the market?
NECXT is a consultancy very much specialized in one thing, that is bringing inspiration into transformation. So we focus on transforming, helping large organizations, corporate organizations, others as coming from A to B. But what sets us apart is that we believe that leaders and the people around the leaders and organizations, if you want to move, you first have to feel it. You have to feel it by heart. You have to be convinced of what is going on, and you need these aha moments in your head, and we call it mind clicks. And we organize this to organize these mind clicks, to have them by bringing in inspiration, whether it's super cool inspirational events or with a thread on the topic of the change you have to make to be ready for the future, to come with new innovation on that. Innovation is a key word on that as well. Or on connecting with the best inspirational organizations, leaders, and experts all around the globe, from Costa Rica behind you to Shanghai and everything in between on the beautiful map behind you. That's what we do.
Well, is it very much done in person? So I hear that you mentioned events and maybe tours and maybe something else. So how do you deliver that value?
Actually, we encountered a big change in that. I mean, it's a trust business, so we connect with large organizations, and first we listen very much what is going on, what kind of transformation are you in, and the people at our company are senior seasoned experts, as they call it, so we know where to listen to and where you're in transformations, and then we try to find the right way to bring in the transformation, and combining a way that fits to your organization, whether it's a philanthropic organization, whether it's a commercial organization, whether it's governmental, doesn't matter. We try to understand first, and then we co-create. So in this co-creation phase, it is never like, next guys, you go, this is the target, and come back with something nice. In that case, we say, no, we don't do. We co-create very much, because we need both two to tango to really to get the right fit. Yeah, so it's a people's business.
Okay, so there's really no one recipe in delivering it. And tell me, how was it going before the lockdown, so that we have some frame of reference?
Before the lockdown, and again, the people remember the picture behind you, the world map. We were traveling every week around the globe, a lot in the Netherlands, but even around to other organizations and visiting them to understand, on one hand, to have some context, understanding the transformations and see where we are and how we want to move, how good look likes, and how we come from A to B, and what kind of inspirational, transformational parts we need to focus on to bring transformation ahead. As it's not a transformation being ready in 2 weeks. No, it's transformations going on for 2, 3, 4, or 5 years, real cultural transformations we're talking about. So we were traveling all over the globe with the people, and even bringing the inspiration, visiting companies, as I said, in Costa Rica, there's the best inspiration over there, or Shanghai, or San Francisco, or Austin, Texas, or Singapore, somewhere in between, or Zurich,
Yeah, all beautiful places, and that sounds like you were much in demand. And tell me, how did the lockdown affect you and your team? So what happened?
It did affect us, yes, because as we know from the census, from the experience part, we love to do it in the real world as much as physical, using all your stimulating all your senses. That's what it's about, to really feel it, give these aha moments. So suddenly we are locked up. We are locked up ourselves as well as people from NECXT, but that means we couldn't travel. We had at once overnight sessions we were planned. We had to replan to virtual sessions. That's what happened. And we sat together with our team talking about that. I can tell you if you want what happened with us, because yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say, can you tell a bit more about the personal, so your personal journey as well as the business one in terms of, so, okay, the lockdown happened, everything's canceled, everything transferred online. How does it feel for a business owner?
Yes, that's a different questions, but for a business owner, it feels like a sense of urgency. You have to do something. You have to reinvent yourself on the spot. And what we did is just very simple. We opened the channels, came together with a team, and sat together. I mean, virtual, just like we do now. We were used already, but used it more. And we had a lot of talks about this. How do we cope with this? And there was a debate. There were one person in our team said, wait, guys, over 2 months, this will be over and we will back traveling again, whatever. But we said, hey, this is going much longer. Knowing how long it took from China, where it happened, coming over to here, spreading over the world, coming back. So one thing helped us. We thought about what in another scenario would happen if just imagine that for the rest of the whole year, we cannot travel anymore. So we have to do it in other ways. What do we do? Do we do nothing? Do we go out silently without telling anybody? That's no option, of course, as well. Or do we reinvent ourselves and see how the virtual thing, which is our second best, honestly, so it was not our first choice, but second best, the only choice at this moment, to do these inspirational things fully virtual. For that case, we had to reinvent, but yes, everybody agreed we really have to do that. And actually now, afterwards, this saved us very much, Julia, because, well, pulling this switch so early in the beginning made us rethink. And within 1.5 weeks, we had our first virtual tours, where normally these things, if you build them up, takes months. We just organized them. And well, that's a beautiful thing. And later I want to take it even brought us unexpected new opportunities. That's the other side. But first you have to make this change. And as we see with our clients, it overcame us now. So we had to feel the sense of urgency to do something different with a given space, with a given autonomy you have. Well, and the space is different now. And we are very glad that we adapted to that. Yes.
Well, that's a wonderful turn of events. And what about the clients at the very beginning when you were still in the process of thinking and of co-creating the future of your own company with your teammates? Did you reach out to your clients? Did you find out from them what they would like and how they would see you in the future?
Yes, we did talk with our clients what their wishes were, and because honestly, there were different opinions at clients. People react in different ways. So do organizations. Some freeze at the moment and think, oh, this will go away. We have to wait for a while. Some others think, okay, yes, we have to move on. So the globe doesn't stand still, and if we stand still, what if our sister organizations or our competitors don't sit still? They'll move, so they move ahead. What does it do to us? So people were thinking about, there were different organizations, and some of the organizations we helped really did understand we have to go on with this. And on this part, what we are on, we are in a kind of sweet spot because clients finding out having back-to-back meetings on Zoom or whatever, becoming zombies very quickly, after 3 o'clock, being tired of looking into this screen, they found out they need something else to evolve themselves. They needed this energy thing somehow, and coincidentally we bring in the energy from learning from others, which is bringing endorphins and dopamine into people, and that's just the right thing to work on this. And again, bringing the basis for inspiration and innovation. So that was on the right spot, but there were different reactions. But most of our clients adapted to that and said, yes, of course we do. And I think that will be the winners of tomorrow. Yes.
And so you mentioned a beautiful opportunity that opened up, and I think it's connected to what you were just saying about the virtual tours, about bringing that experience and inspiration to them. Can you tell a bit more about the tours and principles so that the viewers understand what it is?
The basic idea of the tours is that you understand the challenge of the organization, that you have right companies or people or experts or leaders in the world they visit, fitting to the change and elaborating a bit about how they conquered some things or achieved something astonishing on that terrain, on that area. So we connect them together. In the physical world, it's very important to us, and that's changed, is that this interconnection between people sitting in a bus traveling from company A to B, for instance, in Shanghai, which can take for an hour or longer, is very valuable, or being together at dinner time, sitting together, exchanging ideas, elaborating on that. That is very important. So that is the element that changed very much, and where we now see that this time is limited. We did do it in 2 or 3 days, normally sometimes 5 or 7 days, these tours, full days long. In this new world, in the after COVID world, or the COVID world, this is not possible, because we say the blocks must be a maximum of 3 or 4 hours. And we call it, well, from in the front of the classroom, being more in the back of the classroom, having more the experience and the essential dialogue in the people themselves, and using the new techniques as well. So something faded away a little bit. That's a pity. We still miss it, the physical contact. But we see what happens, that when people are together with each other, and they're in the breakout room, in the virtual breakout, whatever, they grasp each other and are stumbling over each other to share their experiences, the views. That seems to be a human thing that is still in us, and we find new ways to bring that together. Yes, but still a little bit, I long back to the to the physical tours as well.
Well, hopefully in the future it will be possible to do a sort of a combination where you can do a bit of this and a bit of that. But do you know about your competition? Are there many companies doing the same thing, and have they transformed as fast as you did?
In the combination of what we do, bring the inspiration first, and with this activation part and following, there are not so many as we know. Of course, there are in the globe, yes, some. So we're not aware so much. We know that from our clients, they come back choosing us, and they know the field as well. So I don't want to talk about them, because I don't know actually. So I will give no answer on that. I don't know totally.
Well,
but,
looks like they haven't impacted you, which is good news, right?
No, yeah.
But tell me, what are the plans for the next few months for your company, for your team?
The plans for in the next months is to bring in these learnings a little bit more to the outside world, to have other organizations inspire them. If you have still been hiding under a stone, this is the movement. Come out under a stone, because it can take for more 6 months. It can take for 12 months before you really travel to this kind of inspiration tours in the future. And you need them. If you don't move and learn, some companies, a client of us calls it goobing, go out of the building and learn from each other. They continuously do, because continuously people, not only the leaders, but even the people in the company, need new impressions to come with better ideas every day. They know it. And you have to bring it to them, So we want to convince other organizations, move ahead. Otherwise, you're losing the game. That's what we want to do.
Yes, and I think we all learned in this crisis that adapting quickly is one of the secrets of surviving in business. And I hope that a lot of organizations will have heard this call from you, and they can reach out to you. So thank you very much, Nils, for sharing your story with us.
Thank you. And I want to encourage you, if you want inspiration for activation, please reach out to us. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you, Nils. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. If you want to contact Nils, and I encourage you to do so, you will find his contacts in the details below the video. I invite you to like this video, share it with your friends, leave the comments, and subscribe to our channel. In the coming weeks, we're going to have many more insights to share with you. So stay tuned, and bye.